Dr. George O. Abel, professor of astronomy at UCLA, has debated the value of astrology with Sidney Omar on more than one occasion.
Astrology is the religion of antiquity. The ancients believed that the planets either were gods or were the abodes of gods or somehow the embodiments of gods. They recognized the regularity in the motions of the skies in contrast to the seeming chaos on the earth. So I suppose it was natural that people would hope to somehow organize their own lives and learn about their own futures from the apparently regular motions of the planets. But of course, science has rejected astrology for many centuries because we've now learned that the planets are really stuff. They're made of atoms, the same kinds of atoms that make our own bodies. They obey the same physical laws. The laws that govern the motions of the planets around the sun are the same laws that make things work right here on the earth. In other words, the real universe is indeed a universal one. Science has progressed enormously, as everybody knows, in the last few hundred years. Even the last decade, scientific achievements and advances have been phenomenal. Astrology is still the same as it was when it was codified by Ptolemy in the 2nd century AD, 2 millennia ago.
Throughout history, however, the misuse of astrology has been legendary. Rudolf Hess encouraged Adolf Hitler to plan battle strategies with it as they approached World War II. Rudolf Hess and Joseph Goebbels pressed the leading astrologers of Germany into service. Their early predictions of victory were propagandized into battle cries. As Hitler's charts grew increasingly pessimistic, the astrologers were arrested and shipped off to concentration camps. Karl Kraft, Hitler's personal astrologer, died en route to Buchenwald. Louis de Waal, originally an astrologer for the Third Reich, followed the advice of his own chart and fled to Great Britain. De Waal served Winston Churchill and Britain's strategists throughout World War II. He knew the methods used by Kraft and other Germans and predicted dozens of astrological strategies employed by Hitler's forces. De Waal saw danger signs in the chart of President Roosevelt in 1945, the year FDR suffered a fatal stroke. He also charted an ominous conjunction of Mars and the star Algol for August 1945. On the day of the conjunction, the first atomic bomb exploded over Hiroshima. Astrologers have predicted many major crises in history. Often, however, their warnings have gone unheeded.
I'm an Aquarius, and it's pretty general. It applies in a lot of situations, but the sign can fit almost anybody or things about the sign.
Aquarius, perhaps, is the most intriguing sign of the zodiac. Aquarius is associated with the planet Uranus. Astrologers call Uranus the planet of surprise. And if you're with an Aquarius person, you can be sure of one thing: you don't know what's going to happen next.
I'm a Cancer, and I'm not quite sure what I feel about astrology. Some things seem to be true, and some things don't. And
Cancer is related to the moon. Cancer people are very emotional, and they're changeable where their affections are concerned, but they're extremely loyal to family members. A Cancer person is harmonized very well with Virgo, with Taurus, with Scorpio, and with Pisces.
I'm a Leo, and I found out that Leo is the strongest sign in the world. And we are born to be natural leaders, and that's what I am.
Leo is the showman of the zodiac, very creative. And if you're having a party, you better put a Leo on your invitation list.
My sign is Scorpio, and I don't know too much about astrology, but when people ask me what my sign is, and I say Scorpio, they go, ooh, like they avoid me, so, except for men.
I've found in my experience that the most feared sign of the zodiac is Scorpio. People tend to feel that Scorpios are envious, intense, can be jealous, and they're very passionate lovers.
So I think there is something to
A
it.
psychologist at London University, Dr. Hans Eysenck, decided to explode astrology once and for all by taking these basic claims and disproving them. He made up 2,000 questionnaires, and using a computer and other data in the modern psychologist's laboratory, he decided that he would check people who were born under the water signs and people who were born under other signs. Well, much to his astonishment, he found that indeed the water signs were very emotional. He said it can't be, but it is.
At his clinic in London, Dr. Eysenck also tested the zodiac signs for introversion and extroversion.
Well, according to the astrologists, if you range the signs in order from Aries through Pisces at the other end, then the people born under the odd-numbered signs, that is Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius, would tend to be extroverted, and the people born under the even-numbered signs, that's Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces, would then be introverted. And this is precisely what, in fact, we found in our sample. Extroversion really refers to outgoing properties of a person. He's sociable, impulsive, happy-go-lucky, likes to mix with other people, likes to go to parties and so on. And the introvert is the opposite of all that. He likes to sit at home, read, rather than go to parties, and so on. So these are quite well recognized and quite easy to test in a questionnaire. We put it through the computer and did a statistical analysis of the data, and as it happens, they bore out the astrological prediction very well, which rather surprised me, of course, but there are the results. And that's what got me interested in this.
Astrology has commercial applications in many phases of business, including predictions of stock market trends.